Well, I think Graham and I found it very encouraging that people, uh, the delegates to the UBCM, understand that there are challenges to democracy and there are challenges that we were talking about and solutions. And I think that Graham and I are going to now follow up with the UBCM to start providing those solutions to people who have more respect for our democracy and participate more actively.
I think there's a real appetite for discussion about our democracy, and that's one thing that Mike and I were looking to try and determine is to how much interest, how much concern is there in our local government and in our society today about the strength of democracy. It's very clear there's a lot of concern.
Strengthen our institutions, I think improve where there's faults. Like, is it too hard for people to vote? Can we improve access to being able to vote? Is there enough information for people about the candidates? Do citizens have opportunities to hear what the candidates in an election are going to do to improve their community? How do we take on the bullies in social media that discourage some people from seeking elected office because they don't want to expose themselves or their family to it? So I think there are changes we can make, but by and large, I find it encouraging that people are strong Democrats, have grumbles, complaints, and we need to be able to show ways that ordinary citizens can deal with the challenges that they have with government.
The issue of social media comes up time and time again, both the strength of what it can offer and also the negative impact that it can be developed around social media. The concern, of course, in a democracy is when you start talking about those things is that basic element of free speech and how we have to protect that and have to guard against the curtailment of speech, but it's responsible, respectful speech that's required. And more we hear this from people as you talk to them about the strength of democracy in Canada today.
Free speech is not unlimited. That's why we have libel and slander laws. It's you're free to do whatever you want, but you can't harm somebody else. So, people should realize that freedom isn't an absolute. It's practically called liberty, which is, in a democracy, you're free to speak and to assemble and to do whatever you want, but don't harm somebody else.